Who Dat Boy tries to get going again. Further back on the race there, we've got Boston Hard and No Security and Big Red Chev. Up to the corner, Extreme Twist in front. Shandell launches to the outside and Team Maria starts to charge. Shandell goes to the lead. Team Maria gets to second. Little Quinella, Arch and Gloria do it again. Extreme Twist bowled third. Who Dat Boy did well, was taken out a lap from home, got fourth. Then No Security, Magic Emily. Further back then, Big Red Chev. His motor misfired, and last of all, Boston Hart. Well, you got to hand it to them. Arch and Gloria Lawrence, unbelievable. First four in the Team McDonald, now they Quinella. The Group 1 Wanganui distance. Shandell did not have it her own way. She had to work very, very hard for a win. There she is on the lure. And Arch and Gloria Lawrence back at Quinella. Massive run, Extreme Twist in front. Burned off Shandell on the back. Shandell came the outside, just had the superior staying power. And her sister Team Maria finishing strongly too for second. Extreme Twist holds third. Who Dat Boy fourth. I don't know if we can roll what happened a lap from home, but when I got to Big Red Chev, he was tangled with Who Dat Boy. Who Dat Boy recovered from that. Big Red Chev did not. Magic Emily showed early pace, but gee, that money was out the window a long way from home. And she showed good speed as we picked them up from the boxes to drag to the lead. Plenty of push and shove early. That allowed Shandell to get up the outside. Extreme Twist went forward. Massive run, that dog. Big Red Chev was there early, but geez, he wanted mid-race along with, and got tangled up with Who Dat Boy. And just having a look down for Elizabeth Whelan. She will try and catch up with Arch Lawrence. We'll watch them from the boxes. Now, Magic Emily, well, the money for the first 300 metres looked okay. Shandell was a stride slow. Then she got into her work, and Extreme Twist whipped around the outside of Big Red Chev and Who Dat Boy. Now, I'm keeping an eye on the 1 and the 5 here, going to this bend. Now, Big Red Chev goes to Magic Emily, bounces off that to Who Dat Boy, then gets bounced as well from the dog on the inside. So, look, it was a funny old affair. And obviously the stipendiary stewards will look at that, but he seemed to get bounced by two dogs there, Big Red Chev, and thought Who Dat Boy recovered quite nicely. But anyway, off the back, Extreme Twisted got back in front of Shandell. That matched motors down the back. Extreme Twisted got to the lead. Shandell switched out, swooped on by. Team Marie got to second, and Extreme Twist first time the trip, very good third, and then Who Dat Boy after that trouble a lap out home in fourth spot. Shandell, Team Maria, Extreme Twist, Who Dat Boy fourth, No Security fifth, Magic Emily sixth, Big Red Chev seventh, and Boston Hart was last 20 lengths from the winner. The winner 45.11 and 46.42 for the last dog. Just been handed that by next door from the judge's box. Here comes Arch Lawrence back at the head of the field, has saluted the judge. And Elizabeth Whelan will link up with him in a moment. Have I got sectionals here? 17.81 was the lead up, and the run home was 12.46. We've got an overall of 45.11. which is slower than the time Shandell recorded to win that New Zealand Racing Series. 17.81, then 32.65 for that mid-section. And just looking down here, I might throw it over to Elizabeth. I can't see Elizabeth, but I think she's nearly there with Arch Lawrence.
I am just about. I'm just going to try and manoeuvre myself in here to have a chat to Arch Lawrence. I might come around behind. Arch, congratulations on a massive win.
Yeah, thank you very much.
She's had to work for it today, hasn't she? But different, had to work home strongly.
Yeah, sure did. Yeah, I was even a little bit worried. I thought she didn't find the front probably, which was a little bit different for her. But hey, she's growing up fast, this dog.
And you would have seen Team Maria coming home as well?
No, I had to ask Deb where she was. I never saw her.
So dream result for you to getting the Quinella in the Group 1 tonight?
Yeah, just a shame little Tegan couldn't have been here to help us out.
It was a real shame, but I guess rolling the silver collar.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Arch. I'll let you,
you
and Gloria enjoy the night.
Thank you.
A successful trainer there, Arch Lawrence. He and Gloria have both come down and just wonderful to see. They are a fantastic couple and a dream result there, and getting the Quinella and Extreme Twist also fighting on well there for third. That was our feature of the night. It was taken up by the favourite number 7, Shandell, and what a greyhound she has been for Arch Lawrence. And Mark will be back again before race number 11.
Thank you, Liz, and I tell you what, Arch and Gloria Lawrence, they're certainly bringing back some glamour to the distance greyhounds. They can certainly train them, that's for sure. Shandell, 2.30 and 1.40, number 7. 2T Maria, $2. 8 Extreme Twist at $2.60. 2 and 7, $8.80. 7, 2, 8 Trifecta, $74.10. The first 4, 7, 2, 8 and 5, $352.40. 352.40. 7, 2, 8 and 5. The double, 3 and 7, $8.30. Concession, 3 and 2, $106.80. 106.80. The concession paying nice after race number 10, the 2015 running of the Rock 95.2 FM Whanganui distance. And yes, Little Tegan was on the ballot this year, won the race last year, and Arch and Gloria do it again this year with Shandell. 3 wins on the trot and adds the Group 1 and the trophy to the cabinet. As Liz mentioned, we're back prior to race number 11 on the program. First of a TAB double, it's the racingtips.co.nz C4 Sprint. It's away at 12 after 9. Back at Addington we go for the 8th event on the card. It's a 9-race program, hoping to get things done before the Rugby League. Well, certainly the meeting will be well over by the time the league match is finally played, with the news coming through that the match has been postponed at Suncorp after that heavy downpour in Brisbane. If you're watching Trackside 2 with the Redcliffe meeting abandoned, Ipswich has had a downpour and Suncorp's pretty much underwater. So no test match tonight between the Kiwis and the Kangaroos. It'll be played on Sunday, 4 p.m. Australian Eastern, and that'll be 6 p.m. New Zealand time, right after the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight, the rescheduled league test between the Kiwis and the Kangaroos, rescheduled to Sunday. Right, concentrating on this race, race number 8 on the card, $3.90 the tote for runner number 14 in the book, which is here, Mr. Franklin. You've got Vibuti here too, number 15, Harness Plus eligible. Brent Mangos brought this one down the entire by American Ideal. Did run on Sunday at Rangiora and behind Belkmeister, but certainly go on the form prior. 3 starts ago, second to Kawa, the Prince of Palmy, at the Prince's Home, the Manawa 2. And here having its first start at Addington Raceway, going around a similar circuit, obviously, Rangiora just the other day, but looking for an improved effort. Second electors Ranfurly Rules, Greg and Nina Hope. Here, Ricky May, the driver. Third to Titan Banner on Sunday. Titan Banner's won a couple of Sundays on the trot, and Ranfurly Rules third to it on Sunday. Prior to that, a winner on the grass at Te Motu Karara. That Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge still open, with Blair again out to 170. Things changing. Dexter's come in again to driving Mr. Franklin here for Steve Dolan. A couple of good late chances on the program for Steve. And then you've got Ricky May over the page at 18. 10 in the book here is Provocative Prince, strung 2 together, 4 and 5 back, and is coming off a performance at Wyndham back in February, so has taken a couple of months off now, freshened this afternoon. And those are the runners in single figures. Best of the double-figured runners, Groomsman from the deep south, Colin De Philippi, taking the drive. It did line up behind a Titan Banner at Winton, and since then's had a 5th at Gore back on the holiday Monday behind O'Need Onyx, and is now up from the deep south. Has had the 1 start around Addington, and that was for a win, so certainly one you could have a look at for exotics. Back with you, Mark McNamara, 90 seconds out from the 8th.
And Mr. Franklin, the favourite here, Mark. If Provocative Prince can find some form like we saw from him last campaign, you take that run out at Wyndham where he went for a break afterwards. At 780 and 260 is very attractive. He's a genuine each-way player here. He was 9 and 3s this morning on the fixed. He's 850 for the win on option 808. There's Mr. Franklin, kept quiet on the grass, and will come and rejoin the other runners in just a moment. Ranfurly Rules up in betting at 520 and 210. Vibuti, $8.30 and $3.20. Gallop at Rangiora in the race won by Belkmeister, the classic down there, but returns to a 2,600 metre C2 to C3 tonight, so I should find this grade-wise a little easier, but obviously needs to do everything right, as he didn't do on Sunday. So around 30 seconds off start time now for the 8th. Ashburton on Sunday, first there 11.30, last at 4.26. So an hour and a half between the last and the now rescheduled league test, which has been postponed tonight due to rain in Brisbane. 6 o'clock Sunday it'll get underway. So it'll be a Sunday of racing and footy. Marshall Star down here with Woodley Legend, Vibuti. Also Provocative Prince and Stan's Day. Chester's Plumbing and Bathroom Handicap. Here in big numbers, the team from Chester's too. Hopefully finding a winner along the way. They've got a couple of races to find a winner, as you do too. Punters think Dexter will be winning this one with Mr. Franklin. Now they turn in, Zach's Patrol is right, KC Monet's ready. Carrick Menon, a noted stand-start performer. Take After Me swings in. Groomsman making his second appearance at Addington, his first. This is a 3-year-old. A Sire Stakes Silver, I think it was. They're racing now. And Take After Me away fast. Galloping off the inside, Woodley Legend. Provocative Prince slow to go. The leader, though, is Take After Me. 2 over KC Monet and third ran Furley Rules. Woodley Legends on a fast recovery up along the inside from Carrick Menon, then Zach's Patrol, Mr. Franklin. Next is Ideal Arden from That Guy Finn, just caught a little wide getting around the first turn from Groomsman Stan's Day. And then Marshall Star, Vibuti and Provocative Prince's last. The leader is Take After Me with Gavin Smith. Margins a length and a half over the trailing KC Monet and Woodley Legend 3 back the inside. Park fourth, Carrick Menon, and a length and a half ran Furley Rules in front of Zach's Patrol. Mr. Franklin's in the running line around Stan's Day, and a length and a half Ideal Arden. That Guy Finn was able to get to the moving lane around Groomsman from Provocative Prince on the pegs. Half a length away is Marshall Star and Vibuti's a length and a half away last. Mid-race move coming from the favourite now, Mr. Franklin, as Take After Me is the leader, but Mr. Franklin's going to get up and around and take the front spot off Take After Me without a problem at all. KC Monet back to third and Carrick Menon parked again fourth. 4 back the inside, Woodley Legend, 1.5 ran Furley Rules. 5 deep on the pegs as Stan's Day, 1 Zach's Patrol the running line. 1 Groomsman the pylons, a half a length Ideal Arden. And then Provocative Prince, That Guy Finn, 2 lengths Marshall Star, and a length and a half for Booty. Lead time 1:18.9. And the leader at the 1350 metre mark is Mr. Franklin by a length and a half. Take After Me trails second, Carrick Menon parked, and 3 back the inside KC Monet. Woodley Legends 4 back the pegs, inside of ran Furley Rules, and then came Zach's Patrol Stan's Day. There's everybody's favourite Mango, Vibuti taking off 3 wide, and a length and a half Ideal Arden from Groomsman, That Guy Finn, Provocative Prince, and last of all is Marshall Star, the first quarter in 31.1 thousand to go. And the leader is Mr. Franklin. Margins about a length and a half for Booty, who went around quickly to park. Take After Me follows third, and Carrick Menon 1-1. 3 back along the inside is KC Monet. And then ran Furley Rules and Woodley Legend, who's 4 back on the markers. 1 Zach's Patrol from Stan's Day, Ideal Arden, Groomsman, That Guy Finn, Provocative Prince and Marshall Star. Mr. Franklin, 700 from home, leads a length on Vibuti. Leaders back, Take After Me. Will sweat for a run on the Terror to Love at Pineley Farm passing lane from Carrick Menon. And then KC Monet ran Furley Rules. Woodley Legend, Zach's Patrol, Stan's Day. The back half of the field looked like they might struggle to get into this. The second quarter, 30.9. 62 for the half, and Mr. Franklin travels well a neck on Vibuti. Take After Me travels as well as the leader at the moment, but can't get through. And then KC Monet and Woodley Legend and ran Furley Rules. The third quarter, 29.2. Mr. Franklin shaken up now. Out of the trail, Take After Me. Woodley Legend getting through, and out wide of KC Monet. Mr. Franklin leads. Woodley Legend up the inside. KC Monet the outside. Woodley Legend made the lead. KC Monet came at Woodley Legend and beat it. KC Monet and knows Woodley Legend for mine. Third, Mr. Franklin. Fourth, Take After Me. Then Provocative Prince and That Guy Finn ran Furley Rules. Groomsman, Carrick Menon, Vibuti. Marshall Star, Stan's Day. And the last 2 in, Ideal Arden and Zach's Patrol. 3 KC Monet for mine at $13.40 and $3.70. 1 Woodley Legend at $6.60. 14 Mr. Franklin at $1.60. Right at the wire. Last quarter, 27.8. Last mile, 1:59. And Mr. Franklin led Inside run, Woodley Legend, a jib at the starts cost him. But KC Monet has descended quickly enough to race at Woodley Legend and get up on the outside to score by the margin of a nose to a half a head. Mr. Franklin will be third and take after me in fourth spot. Winner by Art Major out of Camwood Cully. 5-year-olds Bay Mare, Sam Otley and Robert Dunn from Woodend Beach. The winner race by the Skurs makes it 4 from 33. Second will go to Woodley Legend, number 1 by Grin from here to her out of Secaucus. 6-year-old Bay Godding, Katie Cox and Tom Twiddle from Rangiora. And Mr. Franklin, the 14 by Grin from here to her out of She's a Gem. 4-year-old Bay Godding, Dexter Dunn and Steve Dolan from Rustley. Great finish. Mr. Franklin led them up. He was joined up front by Vibuti, and then he got bombed inside and out, and it'll be the outside horse, KC Monet, who'll do best to score. The Quinella, 125.10, trifecta, 1,633.40. His mark.
1 Woodley Legend, and third 14 Mr. Franklin. Fourth has gone to 4 Take After Me from 10 Provocative Prince and 5 Ranfurly Rules. 3-1-14, 4-10-5. The margin's half a head, half a neck, 1 1/4 lengths, 2 3/4. The winner's time was 3:18, a mile rate of 2:02.5. The last 856.6, last 427.6.
Yeah, great finish to the race. It was a race you needed to go wide in terms of the quaddie, and KC Monet doing the job, Robert Dunn's team doing well. Both ends of the country, certainly earlier on today with the Uncas King of Strathfield, Quinella earlier on, and here getting the prize with KC Monet. Official results shortly in the Pick 6 update. Race number 9, early finish. Our final event, the Blue Star Taxis Mobile 2600 at 9:22. Got a carry forward here at Alexandra Park in the first 4 of over $3,500. Back with you, Craig, and you've gone with Asuka on top here as a $7 shot. Darcy's the favourite though.
Do like Asuka each way, Mark. I thought its run last start was very, very good. It only reads 5th in the book, but it paced its last mile at 1:55 and run its last half in 55 dead. That was behind Better Spirits. It came from back in the field after drawing the outside of the gate. This race is a Class 2 to Class 4, and I think the Class 4 horses here, the likes of Asuka and Darcy, I think they'll be very, very prominent at the end. Of course, that carry forward to your right with the first 4, that pool getting up over $6,000. So I put Asuka on top at the each way, and it is good each way. It's $7 at the moment. Zach Butcher takes the drive. Should get a good run through from the second row, and I thought this mare's racing quite nicely. The run 2 starts ago with behind stablemate Aliente, and that was from a stand, made up good ground again. 10 Asuka on top, 11th in the Jules rankings at the moment. I thought a few more dollars in the bin tonight may assure her a start in the 4-year-old category. 8 Darcy up for a harness plus bonus tonight. Very good last week. His sectionals home, 155 last mile also, 54.4. That was behind Willow and was closing quickly late. Barrier draw at 8's not easy. May have to go back from the draw, but 8 Darcy, very good in winning at Manawatu 2 starts ago. 10 to beat 8, She Don't Love Me. I thought very brave last week. Caught late by Better Spirits up the passing lane, but stuck on very nicely in breaking 240 and will be right in it again tonight. 4 She Don't Love Me. Best of the rest, 3 Little Rascal. 10, 8, 4 and 3. Caught up with John Dunn earlier in the night. He drives Little Rascal, and this is what he said. John, a horse that's doing a really good job for the stable since coming north, is Little Rascal. Big step up for him tonight, though. He's gone from the 1s and 2s, and now he's to 2 to 4.
Yeah, that's right. But to be fair to the horse, he's done nothing wrong to date, and he's gone the time last week. He's been 39, so they might go probably that tonight in this sort of a grade. But he's sort of horse. Everything we ask him to do, he does do it. So I drive him another one run again today, and especially since we're up the grades, and he's sort of a great follower of speed, so hopefully he does that and sort of gets home good.
So I was going to ask you last week, as an analyst, I was thinking he'd probably come out of the gate because he's been racing good in front. Last week he went back and he actually won the race. It was a really good drive. Have you worked out that maybe he is one of those horses that follows a hot speed?
Yeah, he is actually, and sort of we lit him up a couple of times. Sort of every sort of start we sort of run off the gate because he drew well, and so I just sort of tried to get him to come back to me last week, and he did that well. So he's sort of got to, when you get up the grades, he's got to learn to be a racehorse, and he's slowly getting there.
John Dunn with his thoughts on 3 Little Rascal. 6:51.80 for the Son of Pan Pacific flight. Just quickly back to race number 4 tonight. The winner, Charming Lavra, broke the New Zealand record, 249.1. Now that New Zealand record was held by the horse that it actually beat, You're Gonna Kiss Me or Not, 249.6. So the 3-year-old filly, Charming Lavra, breaking race rival, You're Gonna Kiss Me or Not, New Zealand record in race number 4 here at Alexandra Park. 249.1 they rated for the stand, 2,200 metres. Head-to-head here on 526. Little Rascal, 210. Prince of Pops, 165. Aaron White's numbers in race.
And, of course, the last 3 heats of the Lizzie at Roslin's Drivers Series for the Australasian Kids Cards. Thank you, Craig, and the runners in behind the mobile for this, our feature pace of the night, the IRT mobile. Darcy from the outside of the arm to run our favourite. They work into the lane, 2,200 metres, starter Frank Phelan. About 20 away from a start. Happy, green light, IRT mobile field. Sent on their journey and Flanwire Tice out fast with Little Rascal. Kippenberger's come off the gate. Flying Loose back on the inside, eased in behind the speed. Then She Don't Love Me with the Manawatu visitor through on the inside, Bank Card. Asuka's back in the field with Prince of Pops, and back last will be Darcy, eased from his wide draw. Little Rascal takes it up. Kippenberger might have a play for the lead. Joshua up on the outside. John, though, keeping the pressure up with Little Rascal. Flanwire Tice in the trail. 2 lengths away to the stablemates, Flying Loose on the inside of She Don't Love Me. Then Asuka on the outside of Bank Card. And the last pair are Prince of Pops and the favourite Darcy. The lead time will come up in 42 and 7, and Little Rascal, the gelding by Pan's Pacific Flight, leads by a length and a quarter. Flanwire Tice. Here's Prince of Pops. Jabbernathi gets around the outside as the tempo came in out of the race, and on the showgrounds turn, Prince of Pops around to lead now. Kippenberger still parked, but now 4th. Flying Loose 5th and 4 back on the inside. 1-1 She Don't Love Me. And then came Bank Card, the Wizard Todd Mitchell, 3rd last on the inside of Asuka and Zach Butcher, and Darcy been patiently handled by the Iceman. Back last, 30 and 6 was the opening quarter. Darcy now asked to come from the rear to get handier to the speed. Prince of Pops, the son of changeover. Down to the judge, Bell, and 1 to go. Darcy, he paces up with purpose on the outside now as they make the stables corner. And then Little Rascal in the trail. Kippenberger 1-1. Flanwire Tice 3 back on the inside. She Don't Love Me and Fergie in the running line around it. Stablemate Flying Loose back in the field. Bank Card and Asuka. 800 to go. Prince of Pops cuts out the second quarter in 30.3, a length and a half. Little Rascal. Darcy 3rd and parked. Flanwire Tice 3 back on the inside for the Magic Man. Morris McKendry. Kippenberger 1-1. Flying Loose. Simon Lawson 4 back on the inside of She Don't Love Me. Bank Card and Asuka, the last pair. The speed really goes on at the end of the back straight. 500 to go as they work the showgrounds turn, and Prince of Pops leads by a length and a quarter. Darcy closing in. Little Rascal will wait the passing lane. Kippenberger 1-1. She Don't Love Me progresses out 3 wide around. Flanwire Tice. Flying Loose. Asuka 7 lengths off the leaders. They swing in. Bank Card 3rd quarter, 29 and 2. Homeward bound Prince of Pops a length and a half. Little Rascal. Darcy, they try to close in, but Prince of Pops, he's going great guns again. Little Rascal now starts to descend, and Darcy, Prince of Pops, Little Rascal rushing at him and will get up. Little Rascal, Prince of Pops, Darcy, Kippenberger 4th. Then She Don't Love Me, Asuka, Bank Card, Flanwire Tice and Flying Loose 240.6, and the last quarter in 27.6. Little Rascal was asked to come off the gate tonight, set up the lead time in 42.7, then handed up the lead on the showgrounds turn. Second last occasion to Prince of Pops, and will ping Prince of Pops in the home straight to go back to back. The son of Pan's Pacific Flight, John Dunn, Robert Dunn, Ian Dobson to beat out again Prince of Pops. Darcy for 3rd, and Kippenberger to make up the first 4 in the IRT mobile pace.
Official placings race 6, the IRT Mobile Pace. 358 7410. 358 7410. Horse 3, Little Rascal, paced the 2200 metres in 240.67. A mile rate of 157.5. Last 856.8 and the 427.6. The margins 3/4 of a length, 1 3/4 lengths, 1 1/4 lengths. 358 7410, race 6, IRT Mobile Pace.
Little Rascal back at the head of the field secures his fourth victory under the ribbon of light here at Alexandra Park. Fourth overall victory at start 16. John Dunn doing the driving. Another beautiful drive aboard this horse. Robert Dunn trained at Pukekohe. Pan's Pacific Flight, Avita Franco, brown 3-year-old gelding, raced by Ian Dobson. And Ross Johnson down there part of the victory celebrations with Paul Lowther, steward of the Auckland Trotting Club. Little Rascal, bred by the Kennedys, RA and CR, along with Miss N.M. Broderson. Nice win, 5 Prince of Pops, tried hard. Changeover, Slangivar Brown, 3-year-old gelding, raced by SR Plant, WD Lightborn and Mrs. B. Gain. Steve Telfer, Chris Garlick, trained at Papakura, Jab and Athi. And 8 Darcy for third. Better's Delight, Mark and El Bay, 4-year-old gelding, raced by TR Vince, J.M. Kenny. Majestic Racing Syndicate and TJ McKee, Tony Herlihy, the trainer and driver out of Papakura. What do the totes say in a race 6? Little Rascal number 3, $5.30 into $1.70, $5.30 and $1.70. 5 Prince of Pops at $1.20, $1.20. And 8 Darcy, $1.50, $1.50. Quinella, $12.50, $12.50. Trifecta, $55.10, $55.10. And the first 4, $739.40, $739.40. 7 and 3 in the double at $44.70, $44.70. Concession 7 and 5, $18.40, $18.40.
With Peter Henley, he got involved there. He's got very involved, and he's been a big fan of the stayers, and he has bred many top stayers, raced many top stayers, and this line he's got at the moment, just fabulous, getting better and better and stronger. And another remarkable performance, 2 dogs, litter sisters, a Quinella after that first 4 that they were first and third in part of the team at Donald with Black Dude splitting them in second place and Little Tegan running 4th. And so we look forward to the Duke of Edinburgh Silver Collar. It was a race where many things happened, and certainly in Dog Zone, Elizabeth, on Monday night, you and Peter really be able to pick over that. It was a most interesting race. And Shandell really had to work hard because she didn't jump all that well, and then she worked into the race, and then Extreme Twist really took it to her in the back straight and actually headed her off, and she had to come again. Team Maria launched late, and Extreme Twist ran a very bold race, and so did Who Dat Boy because he was checked with a lap to go. Fabulous race. This race here, 1, 2, 3, 4 I went. Sounds like I didn't bother, I did. Super Zip Zip, I'm with you. I think the money's okay there. Off the inside, and do like a leg road touch, but it's hit or miss, that dog. Forward they go, Super Zip Zip, Algetta, another Jewel, and Stellar Force. And second line up now, a leg road touch, Wine Time, Plenty of Time, and Empty Bank. Buddy on the run, round it comes. Set to go in the 11th, nearly there. Racing Super Zip Zip gets out well with Wine Time and Stellar Force. Allegro touch back and behind them with another duel. Empty Bank gets back in the field. Also Algetta and Plenty of Time across the top. Super Zip Zip drives clear by 3 lengths here on Wine Time. Stellar Force after a gap. Plenty of Time starting to round that up. Then Algetta, down they come. Nice easy win for Super Zip Zip. Wine Time second. Into third, Plenty of Time ahead then of Stellar Force. Followed across there by Allegro touch and Algetta, another dual Empty Bank. Just too good. Super Zip Zip off the 1. Another win for Angela Turnbull. That's 2 for the night, and third, of course, in the feature with Extreme Twist. And Super Zip Zip came out running with Wine Time and regular pace setter Stellar Force. They shared up early, those 3, but Super Zip Zip held the rail and just too much pace. Allegro touch out better today, but back in behind them. Just seemed to check there going to that first bend. Couple got past, including Algetta. And running through on the inside, Plenty of Time. Really wound up nicely in the straight. That was an eye-catching run. 17.56 the winning time with a 10.67 run home. 1, 4, 6 and 7. The numbers from the hop. 3 dog go early, the 1, the 4, the 7. But look at the space that Super Zip Zip's got to work with, and a much easier assignment for her tonight. She's run her fastest time here too. She's only won twice in the past, having said that, but her third win tonight on the tracks. We watched them go around the bend. The dog that made up plenty of ground was Plenty of Time once he found the rail. 3 3/4 lengths was the winning margin, by 3.5, by 3/4 of a length. 6.89 was the lead-up time. Good early pace shown. Very comfortable win there, Elizabeth, for Super Zip Zip.
Super Zip Zip, she's jumped well today, used the inside draw to her advantage and been too good. For Angela Turnwood, owned by the Falls Graham Syndicate, win number 10 at start number 49 today. Number 4, Wine Time, has gone another good race there for Alicia Spate, and 6, Plenty of Time, an eye-catching run, hitting the line strongly there. It'll be 1, 4, 6 and 7 across the line in race number 11. That result won't be too far away. 12th gets underway at 9:42, and Mark will be back again before that one.
Ian, did a wrap up a great night's greyhound racing, and yes, you'll talk more about that. All of the wash up from the Whanganui distance final on Dog Zone, Monday at 6:30 here on Trackside 1 for Dog Zone. Also more information about Dream Collector's trial the other night, or yesterday. We showed that on Trackside 2. Dream Collector, and you'll talk more about that on Dog Zone Monday night. Super Zip Zip, $2.51, 10 number 1, 4 Wine Time, $2.40, 6 Plenty of Time, $2.30, Quinella $9.90, 146 Trifecta, $64.10, 146 and 7 paid $476.90, 476.90 the winning time, 17 and 56 they've run the sprints, the C4 dogs. Race 12 is due at 9:42, as Liz mentioned. The Book Your Function at Hattrick, Class 4 sprint, to wrap it all up. Rightio, as you can see, we've got our final event coming in from Addington next on TAB Trackside 1, where Bracken Ridge is the favourite and a short way home in the quaddie. The only one under $1,000 in the quaddie. You need 8 Uncas, 9 Better Be Amazed, and 3 KC Monet was an upsetter for quaddie punters. 8, 9 and 3. 8, 9 and 3. The quaddie, Bracken Ridge, will return $727. Just over 5 minutes away from the Blue Star Taxis mobile pace.
Who's your best rider of the day?
Probably Tequila Sunrise.
It's still Tequila Sunrise just in front. Tequila Sunrise. I thought Piccadilly possibly looms as a great chance.
Yeah, I think she's probably my best.
Piccadilly in front for Ness Johnston though, and Piccadilly delivers in the first.
Yeah, I quite like Endeavour in the second race.
But Endeavour won it. Cursive is your mount for Stephen Marsh.
Yeah, she's a really progressing stayer. She's probably my best ride on the day.
Towards the post and Cursive. Cursive got the money in the first.
Bettor's Delight, sire of champion New Zealand mare Adore Me.
Trackside 1 back at Addington Raceway. It's been a long day for the team there with the greyhounds and then into the harness action in Christchurch. It's been a beautiful day though, and the racing action continues tomorrow with the premier afternoon for the thoroughbreds at Riccarton Park. Greg O'Connor on track. Greg will be there with Mark McNamara in the commentary box. Premier racing at Riccarton Park this autumn, and it's tomorrow. And the jumps racing action also underway in the north at Tarapa with the early start, 10:45. All races domestically will be on Trackside 1 tomorrow. All races domestically, including those early races, they'll be during the first call. Anyway, harness racing action here, and as mentioned, we've got the $727 returnee in Bracken Ridge in the quaddie. In this ninth event on the program, runner number 6, there's Just Too Classy, Tom Baggery for Peter Baggery in shot. One of the longer odds runners at 33s. Bracken Ridge though, yep, the short way home. Punters will be looking for an improvement on Sunday at Rangiora, where this gelding broke at the 500 metre mark in the race won by Usain Colt. He's certainly better than that. He's won the 2 from 10 with the 4 minor placings. And here around Addington Raceway, 7 times around for the 2 wins and the 2 minor placings, so only 1 minor placing away from Addington Raceway. The rest have been pretty good attempts around Addington Raceway for Bracken Ridge. In terms of the pick 6, we're down to 41.22, so still plenty live, 41.22 in pick 6, and there is quite the first 4 carry forward of $4,157 in the first 4, 4,157. Current first 4 pool approaching 7,500. The other runner in here is new to the Steve Dolan stable, that is Tintinara, who trialled last week at Rangiora and was a winner there with Sam Otley driving. Does have Dexter Dunn driving for this resuming run. Last seen at the races at Olmacau, Central Otago in January, running second to Better Think twice prior to spelling. But yes, the recent form of the trials at Rangiora, winning there pretty nicely the other day. It is the second elect at $3.20 across the board, and then out to $6 for number 4 in the book. RT May doing the driving there. We're about to wrap things up early here. Mark McNamara, now your thoughts here around the last race number 9.
Looks hard to beat Bracken Ridge, Mark, at $2.50 and $1 on the tote, $2.20 on the option. 7th behind Usain Colt after a gallop at the 500 metres, but you put a pen through that run. 2nd to Light Fingered and a 3rd to the Manipulator. Should see him go pretty close in this race. Pomeroy was good, beating Hunter Bromack. Big step up in grade for Pomeroy tonight, but he's always looked above average, as his 2-year-old career showed. He trialled a couple of times before that resuming win on the 23rd of April. He trialled behind Miss Brown and Semper Fidelis, and then zipped home in 58.9 in that win. Tintinara resumes here, as you said, for Steve Dolan, having won a trial. 8 starts, 2 wins and 5 placings, and 4 Cullen Keefe. 5th behind Why My Better at Oamaru last time, given a little bit of a freshen up by Lawrence Hanrahan. Been about 6 weeks between races. A 2nd to McArdle start 2 runs ago, and at 6.20 and 1.60 has been kept safe in the market. Number 4 Cullen Keefe for the final race tonight. It is the Blue Star Taxis, a mobile pace over the 2,600 metres. Last at the Met this evening. And Bracken Ridge at 2.40 and 1.10 runs the favourite for Blair Orange and Ken Barron. Tintinara $3 and 1.40. Dexter Dunn and Steve Dolan, and Blair and Dexter having a 2-driver battle in the Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge this evening. Just Too Classy, Bracken Ridge, Gyrate, Leonardo. Whistle has sounded, so if you're having a try in the last, you'll need to get on. First 4 up over $12,500. First 4 pool is actually rivalling the win pool. So plenty of punters prepared to try and get some of that $4,000 bonus bring forward. $12,700 now in that first 4 pot for the last. Gates about to roll. The United Video Mobile for the running of the Blue Star Taxis mobile pace. And the gate's on its way. Dual racing on Sunday. Ashburton in the south. Alexandra Park in the north. Busy weekend at the park. 2.30 Bracken Ridge, all start favourite. Due for another first 4 update. Win pool's jumped to 16,000. First 4 Decent injection might nearly get that. We'll find out perhaps. They're going to get underway first. All off the front, a row of 9. 15,873 to be exact in the first 4 at the moment. Set to go. We wrap it up at the Met. Green light. And they're racing. Taken off the gate, Leonardo. Pomeroy sped out of the 2 gate or crossover in front of leading the way. And here's Brackenridge going forward quickly and up outside of Pomeroy. Buzzkill back to 4th, and then Cullen Keefe and Just Too Classy from Gyrate, Leonardo and Tintanara. From an outside draw, she'll drift back to the tail end. Brackenridge is the leader. The margin's a length and a half on Pomeroy. Just happy to hand the lead up to the favourite. Running 3rd is leading the way, and a length and a half away 4th is Buzzkill. And then Cullen Keefe from Just Too Classy, who's in front of Gyrate. Leonardo second last, and Tintanara is a length and a half away last. Brackenridge goes to the back with Blair Orange and leads a length and a half. Pomeroy trails second, leading the way 3rd, and Buzzkill 4th. On the pegs 5 back, Cullen Keefe and ahead to Just Too Classy, the leader of the outside line. 1.5 Gyrate from Leonardo and a length and a half to Tintanara. Below a lap and a half to go, and the leader is Brackenridge, and the speed's fairly strong. Pomeroy's running second in the trail and leading the way 3rd. 4th is Buzzkill over on the inside of Just Too Classy. 5 deep on the pegs, Cullen Keefe, and then Gyrate, Leonardo and Tintanara. Near the 1600 metre marker, and by it goes Brackenridge by a length and a half. Pomeroy's trailing second, and 3rd leading the way. Park Just Too Classy, and Buzzkills fall back the inside of Gyrate. And then Cullen Keefe underneath of Leonardo, and a length and a half to Tintanara. Lead time 1:17, and the leader is Brackenridge by a length and a half. Pomeroy on the leader's back second, Just Too Classy at the wheel of the second horse, but running 3rd. 3 back the inside, leading the way. And then Gyrate, the pegs is Buzzkill from Leonardo. Tintanara's off 3 wide with a round to go, and Cullen Keefe shuffle back to the tail end and straight off the markers as well. First quarter, 31.9, 1,050 to go, and it's Brackenridge by a length and a half, Pomeroy. Just Too Classy between horses as Tintanara continues on 3 wide up to the leaders. On the pegs 3 back leading the way. A length and a half to Gyrate from Buzzkill, Leonardo, and a length and a half to Cullen Keefe. It's Brackenridge near the 800 metre mark leading. Second, Pomeroy, who's followed Brackenridge just about everywhere bar the first furlong. Parked up Tintanara. Just Too Classy gets some cover for the first time in the race. 4th around leading the way. And then Gyrate, Buzzkill, Leonardo and Cullen Keefe in the second quarter was 31-1, 63 for the half. 5.50 to go. Brackenridge leads half a length on Tintanara. It's the favourite pair. Pomeroy waits on the terror to love it. Pineleaf Farm passing lane. 1 away, Just Too Classy from leading the way in Gyrate. Inside the quarter peg. Brackenridge by a head, Tintanara. Pomeroy 3rd, the trail from Just Too Classy and leading the way. Third quarter, 29.2. Brackenridge still leads. Margin a length, Tintanara from Pomeroy leading the way. Brackenridge is ahead in front. Tintanara sticks from Pomeroy. Brackenridge still kicking. Tintanara tries to grind him into the ground. Brackenridge just in front of Tintanara from leading the way. And Brackenridge came away again to win it by a length of Tintanara, whose run just came to the end of it near the line, but she was brave. Leading the way, ran 3rd, Pomeroy 4th. Next to go by is Buzzkill from Cullen Keefe, and then Leonardo, Gyrate, and Just Too Classy is last in. 6 Brackenridge, Blair Orange just came away a bit in the last bit, $2.50 and $1. Second, Tintanara, number 9 at $1.20, and one leading the way at $5.50 for the place. She was gutsy in defeat, Tintanara, last quarter 27.7, 159.9 for the last mile. Yeah, first up tonight, Brackenridge with race fitness on his side, and he's a pretty smart horse. He's by Christian Cullen out of There's a Dancer, a 3-year-old bay gelding raced by the Spencers, Blair Orange and Ken Barron. Tintanara is by Falcon Stilster, thanks to Al for the sectional time tonight too. Out of Arden's Fame, 3-year-old bay filly, Dexter Dunn and Steve Dolan from Rustley. And leading the way, number 1 is by Badlands Hanover out of La Tondina. A 5-year-old bay gelding, Jimmy Curtin and Kerry Hadfield from Green Park. Lead time around 1:17, not bad going. And Tintanara zipped around at the bell to go and sit up outside the leader, which was the favourite Brackenridge, who led everywhere by that first 250 metres when Pomeroy gave the lead up. And they had a good battle. Tintanara and Brackenridge fighting out the finish. The wing getting in by about a length. Fire Mark Gallagher from the team at Addington. Good evening, everyone.
Second, 9, Tintanara. and third one leading the way. Fourth has gone to 2 Pommy Roy from 3 Buzzkill and 4 Cullen Keefe. 6, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. The margins 1 length, 1.5 lengths, half a length, 2 1/4 lengths. The winner's time was 3:17.4, a mile rate of 2:02.1. The last 856.5, last 427.5, and good night from the judges' box.
And good evening to Mark Gallagher, Mark McNamara and our Canterbury team. Of course, Riccarton Park tomorrow for the big day of racing at Riccarton. Check out nzracing.co.nz or tab.co.nz for the fields for tomorrow at the Thoroughbreds. First call from 10 a.m. About 4.5 minutes out from race 7 back at Alexandra Park as the Auckland harness continues. Third leg of the quaddie coming up here, and while the Robert Dunn team having a good night, of course, in Christchurch, and they had Little Rascal in the previous race, and got your quaddie anchor here, Craig, and All Royal Gal about to go around. 180 with the bookies, but 190 on the tote.
Very hard to beat, Mark or Royal Gal, on the back of a really good performance last week at Alexandra Park on Premier Night. So that form will stack up very well into tonight. Brackenridge, $251. Tintinara, $120. Good in defeat and leading the way, $5.50. The Quinellas, $2.40. Trifectas, $70 even. And the first 4, 6, 9, 1 and 2, $239.20. That completes doubles and triples. The doubles paid $32.10. The concession $14.70. The treble 9, 3 and 6, $124.80. The quaddie 8, 9, 3 and 6, $727.20. So that 10,000 carried forward into that quaddie pool certainly helped that quaddie along. Play 6 tonight's paid $13.50. And I think the pick 6 tonight was around about the $1,300 mark. 18.24, $1,370.60. You need a Trouble-Roo, Cash and Flow, Uncas, Better Be Amazed, KCMA, probably the hard one to find out of the 6 legs. Brackenridge took out the last at Eddington tonight. Thanks to Mark McNamara for his calls at New Zealand Met. John Dunn, he drives the favourite All Royal Gal. This is what he had to say. John, I thought All Royal Gal did a great job last week. Trotted 3:31 tonight off the 2,200 metres and off a 10-metre handicap, but her manners seem to be pretty good tonight. Yeah, that's the big key to this little girl. She used to trot the whole way, and she sort of let herself down home a couple of times, but since being up here, the manners have been to the key, and she sort of went very good first week up here and improved on it last week, so she's got a great chance. Sort of the field, and it's an even field, there's no sort of standout, so hopefully we can beat it. She's $1.90 into $1.80 on fixed odds at the moment. $2.10 on the tote, All Royal Gal. What's the dangers? Well, I thought maybe 7 Djokovic. The key to him, Luck Chin finding the front. If he does that from that 10-metre handicap, I thought he could be hard to catch. Ran them along a bit last start and got caught over the 2,700, but the 2,200 I think will suit a lot better. He's won 3 times at the 2,200 metre distance. And I thought Djokovic, second favourite, definitely the main danger to All Royal Gal. Runner number 4, Tibjorn's been racing very nicely. Got it in my top 3. Horse, it was third 2 starts ago behind San Diego Love. And not a bad 5th last start again, running on behind All Royal Gal. Suited to the short distance, this horse. Peter Ferguson takes the drive. Probably the best roughie in the race, number 4. Outside those 3, put in Hot Chocolate Tart. Nicky Chilcott takes the drive on the mare by Continental Main. Mark them 8745, 8745. If you're in the Alexandra Park region here on Sunday, of course, trots here on Sunday afternoon. The Thames Harness Racing Club, they race at Alexandra Park. The club have got to put on the Manny Pacquiao Mayweather fight here at Alexandra Park. So if you want to get along to Alexandra Park, watch the harness racing, of course, in conjunction with Ashburton, which race on Sunday afternoon as well. Catch the fight, Pacquiao Mayweather. It'll be a great fight, the money fight, as they say. Place to be here at the park. Sunday afternoon, Thames Harness Racing Club. They race here. Ashburton, 2 harness meetings on Sunday afternoon. Aaron White, as I come to you, just under 30 seconds out from the second last tonight. Sorry I didn't get to you earlier for that last race. A little bit time constrained tonight, but in the 7th, you're with 8, All Royal Gal.
Yeah, I'm going that way after a good victory last Friday night. The 7 well in the mix. Djokovic, as you mentioned, the 2,200 metres, the key for his chances. Also the chances of 9, very persuasive. It's had the 4 runs over 2,200 metres and placed in all of them. And the 5 Hot Chocolate Tart, willing to forgive that last start failure, was good down at Bunua two starts ago, 8, 7, 9 and 5. And of course on Sunday as well now, Craig, we have the Rugby League, so I think it's going to work out perfectly. 4:44 is the last with the Thames Harness Racing Club. I'd say maybe quarter to 5 o'clock the fight will start with Floyd Manny, and at 6 o'clock we get the Kiwis taking on the Kangaroos. So you better book your space at the Alex on Sunday, because it's the place to be.
Yeah, definitely, Aaron. Plenty happening on Sunday afternoon, so you get along to the Trotting Club here and have a bite to eat. Watch the
200 metres. Face up to starter Frank Phelan. Front and 10 metre tapes in operation here. So the Square Gators face up. Now Noodles just on the back foot. The barrier strands release. And they're off and trotting. And first away Hanover to Cash. Over Noodles safely on the journey. Then Tourbillon. Coming forward is All Royal Gal, the favourite. Very persuasive to track that into the races. Hot Chocolate Tart's gone for a gallop early. Did gallop for a couple of strides. Back into a trot now though as they work the stables corner. Then came Zimple Djokovic. And the only one to blow the start is the Prince. So they work out with 18.50 left to go. And running along Hanover to Cash, Michelle Wallace away by 3 Noodles in the trail. Up over on the outside, sitting out parked as they trot up into the back straight is All Royal Gal, the favourite. Tourbillon 3 back on the inside, and the 1-1 is very persuasive. Then Hot Chocolate Tart, Djokovic, Zimple's gallop through the back, losing contact with the bunch as they run through the lead time in 49.1, and a long margin away to the Prince is All Royal Gal, the favourite for the contest. The Monarchy Mare strides on to the lead now for John Dunn. A length and a half from up on the outside is very persuasive. That's having a look for the lead now. In fact, it'll sit out park for Jack McKinnon. Around it, stablemate in the trail, Hanover to Cash. Hot Chocolate Tart 1-1. Noodles 3 back on the inside for Dave McGowan. Tourbillon away from the markers onto the back of Hot Chocolate Tart. 2 lengths Djokovic, 2 lengths Zimple, and a margin away the Prince. Opening quarter 32 and 4 in the Majestic Horse Floats Trot. And All Royal Gal and John Dunn to bring them down to the judge. Very persuasive on the outside of Hanover to Cash. Then back on the inside, Noodles, the Monarchy Mare. She's 3 back on the inside of Hot Chocolate Tart. 1-1 for Nikki Chilcott. Tourbillon's got the back of Hot Chocolate Tart as they work around the stables corner their final time. Zimple and Djokovic, the last of the winning chances. The Prince, no chance. As they trot out to the 8.50. And All Royal Gal, the second quarter posted in 33.3. Leads by a length, very persuasive. Hanover to Cash. Hot Chocolate Tart 1-1. Noodles 3 back on the inside. They're followed further back in the field there now. 3 back in the running line was Tourbillon around Zimple and Djokovic and Luck Chin back last. 5.50 left to go. All Royal Gal gunning for a double under the ribbon of light at Alexandra Park, as to John Dunn tonight. Up on the outside, very persuasive. Hanover to Cash waiting the trail in. Hot Chocolate Tart, Noodles, Tourbillon, Zimple and Djokovic. 31 the quarter down the back as they trot for home. All Royal Gal very persuasive right there. Hot Chocolate Tart about to get out of the 1-1, then Hanover to Cash, Tourbillon and Djokovic homeward bound. All Royal Gal very persuasive right there. Hot Chocolate Tart 2 lengths, Tourbillon, Hanover to Cash. All Royal Gal with a kick up on the outside, very persuasive, won't go away. All Royal Gal very persuasive with one last dive on the outside, will come up, I think a half a nose short here. All Royal Gal and very persuasive. It's a very tight photo right on the line. I'll go the favourite though just. Hot Chocolate Tart third. They were followed Tourbillon. Then Hanover to Cash, Djokovic back in the field, Zimple and Noodles, and the Prince to be the last 254.4. We'll trim that up with the 10 metre mark, and 28.4 was the final quarter. All Royal Gal very persuasive, puts in one last decent lunge right on the line. From my position, comes up a pixel or 2 short here. Let's have a look. They drive for the prize. All Royal Gal, very persuasive. Oh, very, very tight. I'll stick with the original call inside. Hot Chocolate Tart will be third and Tourbillon to be the fourth. Majestic Horse Floats handicap trot. Best man in the house for the photo is Judge Graham McLennan. Will get the call shortly.
Official placings, race 7, the Majestic Horse Floats handicap trot. 895-427. 895-427. Horse 8, All Royal Gal, trotted the 2200 metres from a stand in a handicap in a net time of 253.6. Mile rate of 2.7. Last 859.4, the 428.4. The margins and O's, 1 3/4 lengths, a neck. 895-427, race 7, the Majestic Horse Floats handicap trot.
All Royal Gal back at the head of the field. She scores a winning double here under the ribbon of light at Alexandra Park. She was good on Row Cup night last Friday night. Backs it up with a nose victory here. John Dunn for Robert Dunn. They pick up winning doubles on the program tonight. This one raced by A.D. Newman along with I.M. Newman. And the Monarchy 4-year-old bay mare out of Royden Action, bred by Royden Lodge Stud Limited. Back at the head of the field, John Kenny down there, part of the victory celebrations for Majestic Horse Floats, and Roger Barnes, steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, in attendance. 9, Very Persuasive. Pegasus Spur, 5-year-old bay mare out of Friendly Persuasion for second for Olympic Swiss Watches Limited. Michelle Wallace, Bernie Hackett trained at Waiuku, Jack McKinnon. And 5, Hot Chocolate Tartan for third. Continental Man Brown, 4-year-old mare out of French Connection, raced by G.D. Beckett, Mrs. D.R. Beckett, and Mrs. L.A. Chilcott. Nikki Chilcott, the trainer-driver from Cambridge. 8, All Royal Gal at $1.80 and $1.20, 181.20. 9, Very Persuasive, $2.60, $2.60. And 5, Hot Chocolate Tart, $2.40, $2.40. Quinella, $4.90, $4.90. Trifecta, $45.20, $45.20. First 4, $160.50, $160.50.
Any noise over the back? They're keen to go here in the last. All clear through. Bunny on the run for the final time tonight. Hot favourite, draws the 1 and we're set. Racing, Pop Some Tags, a fair break, but Opawa Sister flew straight to the lead. Winfield Winters come out fast too. Pop Some Tags tries to drive through on the inside. Just beside them, then we have got Ginger Cole. Serena Rose is back and behind them within Azuma. Further back in the race here, the big time dasher, Corborn Tomcat, up they come. Winfield Winter, Pop Some Tags. Winfield Winter from Pop Some Tags. Opawa Sister third. They'll be followed across then by Ginger Cole and then Azuma. Serena Rose was back, just beating that in big time dasher, and Corborn Tomcat was last on the bunny. Well, Matt Roberts bags the last and gets 3 for the night. Just over Pop Some Tags and Angela Turmoil, who was trying to get 3 for the night. And Opawa Sister home in third spot after absolutely flying the lids. She led. Winfield Winter got up the outside. Pop Some Tags started to charge the rail. Bookies dodge a bullet in the last here. Winfield Winter round the outside, very determined run. Pop Some Tags started to wind up. There's about a neck in it at the line. 4, 1, 5 and 2 to finish. 17.69 on the board with a 6.92. Lead up there and a run home of 10.77. Margins to follow. Winfield Winter takes out the last by half a length in the end, 1.5 lengths and 1 3/4 lengths. 2 wins Lisa Ahern, 2 wins Angela Turmoil, 3 wins Matt Roberts, but no question again the big winners tonight. Elizabeth, as I bid you farewell from the commentary box, Arch and Gloria Lawrence with the Quinella in the Group 1 tonight. Pleasure working with you. Catch you back in a fortnight for the Futurity final with the heats coming up next week, so another 2 exciting Fridays to come at Hattrick.
Yeah, can't wait for the heats next Friday. Great working with you too. Mark, with number 4, Winfield Winter, taking out the last on the program for Matt Roberts. 4, 1, 5 and 2. And the last 4, Winfield Winter is paid 561.70. Number 1, Pop Some Tags, 110 and 5. Opawa's Sister, 350. 1, 4, Quinella pays $4. The trifecta, 415, $144. The first 4, 4, 1, 5 and 2 pays $997.70. And that one comes with all the exotics. The TAB double across the last 2 races. One with 4 pays $16.30. The concession one with $1 $1.50. Treble 7 1 4 $43.50. The quaddy today is coming. There we go. 3 7 1 and 4 pays $317.50. And place 6 returns $13.20. So that has wrapped our big night of racing here from Hattrick Raceway. On behalf of myself, Mark Rosanowski, and the amazing crew here on track, I bid you a very good evening.
And to you as well, Liz. Looking forward to Dog Zone on Monday, where there'll be plenty to talk about off the back of the Whanganui Distance Nights. Dream Collector as well, trialling and hopefully back on the scene. More about that on Monday evening here on Trackside 1 with Dog Zone. And yes, not too far from those heats of the Duke of Edinburgh. Silver Collar, again, the distance greyhound stepping up to the 4. Yep, and Arch and Gloria Lawrence will certainly be there. Staying with our greyhound theme here on a TAB Trackside 1, we'll take you to the Australian greyhounds, specifically Geelong. For the third on meeting code number 26, we'll be taking in this maiden heat on the outside track at Geelong. It's over the 400 metres and around about 90 seconds away from the official start time. James Vandermaat is our caller there tonight. He's gone in this one, number 5, Toby Toblerone on top, to beat 6, 2 and 4, 5, 6, 2 and 4. So 5 Toby Toblerone will draw the 5 box currently on the commingled tote at 690 and 260 on top for James to beat 6 Miss Rossi, who's in the green rug, number 2 My Cinderbella, and 4, which is Valletta Chief. 5, 6, 2 and 4. 5 to beat 6, 2 and 4. Both number 5 Toby Toblerone and 4 Valletta Chief are on debut tonight. The rest have had race day experience, but certainly James has certainly had a look at the trials, I'm sure, of number 5 Toby Toblerone. He's put it on top. 5 to beat 6, 2 and 4. Not a lot of form in this race, and you can see here dog 9 off the ballot Apple Cider is the favourite at the stage, 390 and 140 ahead of 6 Miss Rossi at 570, 620 for number 3 Isla Rose, who's having its third start back this campaign. Its second up run was for a placing and looking to break through here this evening out of the white trap. And then you've got number 7, Sav Bam Boom, who's placed in its last couple. In fact, has placed in 3 out of its last 4, placed second and looking to go one better. It's down there at 6.90 and 2.10 for the place. 5 to beat 6, 2 and 4. Last chance to get your money on as we head across to Geelong and catch up with James Vandermaat.
Number 3 was a marvellous staying type Destiny Fireball. Almost seen as a bit of an iron dog over the staying trip, and he just won Group 1 after Group 1 and had a stellar year through at 2014. And now standing at stud with Norm Rinaldi. Okay, getting set now. Moving in. Race 3, they're getting set. Favoured Apple Cider, reserve number 9, going from box 8, 340, 420 Isla Rose, and then out to around $8 Sav Bam Boom. Getting set. Moving in well, race number 3, third of the night, and they're all in, made in heat number 3, green light. About to go. Set. Racing. Apple Cider left well from the outside, gets a nice clear run straight over to lead. Miss Rossi a length away second, and going up hard to third, My Mate's Wife, followed by Sav Bam Boom. A long break back, Toby Toblerone, Isla Rose, My Cinderella, and Valetta Chief back to last as they round the bend. Taking over now, Miss Rossi, ducked away from Apple Cider. It's Miss Rossi clear up the straight, and Miss Rossi too good by 2.5, maybe 3.5 in fact, over Apple Cider. 4 or 5 lengths away, a photo third, My Mate's Wife or Sav Bam Boom. Clear then over, well back, My Cinderella, Toby Toblerone, Valetta Chief and Isla Rose. Run to race number 3, 22.69 to Miss Rossi. Step quickly, straight over to challenge Apple Cider, who had a clear initial lead, but the mid-race pace of Miss Rossi was much, much superior. And she's gone on to win running clear. Daughter of Barcia Bale, Motorette, raced by Dennis Truan, prepared by Tina Woman. Beats 9 second, Apple Cider. Vela Romenko at Warren Ponds. Mystic Apple Elite Scotch, third 10. My Mate's Wife. A daughter of Beckham Bale, Bonnie Line, Frank Tasker at Greendale. Totes are coming up now on the previous, 6, 9, 10 and 7, 22.71. And Totes are coming up now to race number 3. Okay, winner 6, Miss Rossi at the $7, $72. Second, Apple Cider, $1.50. And My Mate's Wife, third, $6. 4 1/4 the winning margin, 22.71. Fourth goes to number 7. And the duets, Quinella about to come through. Quinella, 10.80, Exacta, 19.80. Duets, 4.90, 17.40 and 4.50. Trifecta, 259.50. First 4, 1,519.70. And the running double, 61.90. All clear to come. We await the all clear race.
So the all clear won't be too far away, and the money will be in your account, and you can collect on Miss Rossi over Apple Cider. And number 10, My Mate's Wife, 6, 9, 10 and 7. 6, 9, 10 and 7. The winner paid $7.70 and $2. Miss Rossi, Apple Cider, $1.50. My Mate's Wife, 6 even. Quinella, 10.80. Trifecta, $249.70. First 4 of 6, 9, 10 and 7 returns $1,519.60. Meeting 26, race 3 at Geelong. A good 10.5 minutes away from our next event coming in from Alexandra Park as the meeting gets close to a conclusion. The Midwinter Christmas at Alex Park Handicap Trot, Class 3 to 5 horses over the 2700 wraps it up. You've got San Diego Love at $3, Katie Hall at $3.50. Those were the two that Craig had in the quaddie. Barry's at $3.62, of course. Team Dunn have been going great guns tonight. You'd have to have something on them from number 1 in terms of John Dunn. Robert Dunn, of course, has had a good day. This one trained by Ken Barron, and he's had a good night too at Addington Raceway, certainly, and are looking to continue that at Alexandra Park. That's where we'll be after the break on Trackside 1.
Yes, wait.
coverage continues here on TAB Trackside 1 this Friday evening, and I tell you what, it's a really busy time for those in the driving ranks across many levels. Next week we've got the Australasian Junior Drivers Championships, New Zealand 4 drivers against Australia's 6. That gets underway next week, sponsored by the Lone Star Cafe and Bar of Riccarton. As we return to Alexandra Park, even younger drivers are certainly taking centre stage there at the park this weekend.
Yeah, they are, Mark. Thanks for that. We're going to be joined by one of those younger brigade that may be in the junior drivers' ranks in upcoming years, and I talk about young Kayla Rai-Horick. Kayla, very good evening to you from South Australia. You're here for the Kids Karts Drivers Challenge. 8 New Zealanders, 5 Australians. You're the leader after 3 races. Tell us, how have you found the series so far?
Yeah, I found the series pretty fun and interesting. I've had 3 drives so far, and yes, some were a bit challenging drives, but you know, we got through it with them. And yeah, I thought at one stage that I was going to end up meeting the ground, as one didn't want to participate and wanted to just rear up. But yeah, it's actually good to be out there and a good experience for me, because this is the first time I've been over driving.
You are from a racing background. I understand that your uncle drives, and also your grandfather.
Yeah, my uncle is a trainer and driver, and you know, I have my grandpa that's a trainer, and unfortunately my grandpa's over in South Australia sick, so I'd hope to win the series for my grandpa that's really ill at the moment.
We wish him all the best. Watched you drive earlier on tonight. Didn't get off to a great start, 11th early in the first race, but you've come good in the last 2. You've picked up 2 seconds. Now you're about 2 or 3 points in front of the New Zealander, Danielle McFarlane, I think Todd McFarlane's daughter. Of course, you come here on Sunday and you compete in 3 more races. How many years have you been involved in what you call mini trots over there? We call kids karts. You're only 14 years of age. Is there an age limit for this series?
Yeah, over in South Australia you can drive to 16, then you have to go to the bigger races. But I've been driving for 3 years over in mini trots in South Australia.
It's wonderful to have you in New Zealand. I understand you arrived on Tuesday, and obviously the last 3 races here on Sunday afternoon. I hope you get some nice drives. They're random drives, so you never know what you're going to get, but you've done a great job so far, and all the best to your grandfather, and all the best for Sunday afternoon. Yeah,
thank you. I'd hope to get some good drives to finish off the series really well, and yeah, so thank you.
Appreciate your time. Kayla Rai-Horick here at Alexandra Park this evening. She is leading the Kids Karts Drivers Challenge Series. As I say, 5 Australian against the 8 Kiwis. It's a great challenge, of course, sponsored by Rossland's, Rossland's, Lizzie of Rossland's Kids Karts Drivers Challenge. And it's a series that has been taken on by the kids. I've met them all here today, different ages from 13 through to 16, and all enjoying themselves. And a lot of them haven't been to New Zealand for the first time, so enjoying the hospitality at Alexandra Park here. And a lot of these drivers will go on to perform in the junior drivers ranks at a later date. So very nice young lass. Her uncle, Ryan Rai-Horick, South Australian trainer driver, and the family doing very well over there at the moment. This girl's only been driving for 3 years. 2.5 minutes out from our last tonight at Alexandra Park. John Dunny's had a very good night. He drives Barry in the last. John, you drive Barry for Ken Barron tonight. He's another one since coming north, has raced really well. He's ran 5th last week. They did break 3:30. I think they ran at 3:29 or 3:28 behind Waterloo Sunset. Tonight it's a very even field and you're off the front.
Yeah, they're sort of off the front. So he's normally got great manners, so and hopefully I can sort of dictate in front. I want to step and sort of run them along. He sort of goes his best races driven that way, and I think it's a drop back in class what he's been racing. So I'm actually quietly confident on this horse.
John Dunn, give it a decent push to Barry in the last, is second favourite here at $3.90, trained by Ken Barron, who took the last with Bracken Ridge at Eddington tonight. I went here for number 3, San Diego Love on top. Very consistent mare, racing very well. Tony Hurley takes the drive for Errol Downey tonight. Good run last start and very quick time. 3:28 they went behind Waterloo Sunset. This mare ran 4th. Wasn't too far away. Prior to that was a winner, defeating Very Persuasive. That form stacked up pretty well tonight. I put her on top to beat KD Hall for Tim Vince. Very hard to beat. He's been very consistent, KD Hall of late, and with Brett Mangos being south, Zach Butcher picks up the drive tonight on the son of Quite Easy. 3 to beat 4-1. Barry goes in the mix. And best of the rest. At good odds, number 7, Regal Petite, I thought the best roughie in the race. She's got ability, this mare, and showed that 2 starts ago when beating Cyberspace here at Alexandra Park. I marked him 3, 4, 1 and 7 in the last. Aaron's numbers, he's with 4, 8, 1 and 7. Aaron, as I come to you, these Kids Karts series, these are our junior drivers of the future, and the Australians, they didn't get off to a great start, but after 3 races, they are on the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, you did right there, Craig, and we look forward to the last trio of heats on Sunday here at Alexandra Park for that Kids Karts competition. Good to have all the Australians here with us again this year, and the first 3 heats have been good contests, and as we say, we look forward to those heats on Sunday. Here in the last 4, 1, 3 and 7 for me, KD Hall. The Quite Easy gelding. I'll have him on top. Zach Butcher for Tim Vince over the 1 Barry. John Dunn gunning for 3 on the program tonight. The 3 San Diego Love and 7 Regal Petite. 4, 1, 3 and 7. And for the people that have done the early form for Sunday, Craig, there looked like a standout winner on Sunday, an All Royal gal. Unfortunately, with her win tonight, makes her ineligible for Sunday. So that'll open up that junior drivers' trot field just a wee bit on Sunday now, with All Royal Gal to come out of that.
Yeah, maybe a couple of these will back up from that event. I think Hot Chocolate Tart ran 3rd tonight. Macquarie with Jake, they'll go around in that junior drivers' race number 3 on Sunday afternoon. So yeah, All Royal Gal out of race number 3 after taking out tonight's race number 7. Just a problem with Jasinski round at the start, proving very troublesome now. She won't go anywhere near the tapes at this stage, so that's not a good sign if you're backing Jasinski in the last. Can tell you the quaddie. If you're live in the quaddie, Cyclone Kate, Little Rascal and All Royal Gal. Favourite way in the quaddie is with runner number 3, San Diego Love, just under $500, $560 KD Hall and $688 with Barry. San Diego Love, 260, 250 on the tote, 320 for Katie Hall. For the final time tonight, here's Aaron White.
For Katie Hall. Yeah, thanks, Craig. And it was something that I haven't seen on a racetrack for a while. Luckchin trying to pull Jasinski away from that 10-metre tape, because she just sticks her toes in these days, and she had 3 barrier attendants around her as well. She's just inside the 10-metre line, so it'll be interesting to see if she'll come up to the front tape here for the last on the program, the Midwinter Christmas here at Alexandra Park. And 4 fabulous nights too to take in Midwinter Christmas at the races. June 26, July 3, 10 and 17 and 6-3-1-1. Make that 6-3-1-1-1, 6-5 alexpark.co.nz for further details there on how you can be involved for Midwinter Christmas at the races here with clients, colleagues, friends. Square Gators coming up for the last on the program, Midwinter Christmas at Alex Park. Handicap trot, and the barrier strands release. Sir George Grey was a wee bit tardy. Off stride was a Revenue Maker. In fact, looked like Revenue Maker's come down into a pace here, so he's going to be rebroken up, and he's found trot now, but he's lost substantial ground. Barry onto the showgrounds turn first occasion. John Dunn gunning for 3 victories here under the ribbon of light tonight, away by 2. From San Diego Love, the favourite, nestles in for the beautiful run in the trail. 3 lengths Jasinski, 4 lengths away in the field to the Breeders' Stakes winner in Regal Petite. Then came Katie Hall, 6 or 7 lengths away to the grey, Sir George Grey, and Revenue Makers the last as they trot into the lane. 2,200 to go. Midwinter Christmas at Alex Park trot. And it is Barry. John Dunn doing the driving for Ken Barron, the son of Peckers' Spur, down to the judge and 2 to go. San Diego Love, the Love You mare, she's in second. Tony Hurley, 2 lengths away then to Jasinski, a mare by Monarchy. As they work the stables corner, then Regal Petite, the Majestic Sun 6-year-old mare. On her back is Katie Hall, the son of Quite Easy, and then Sir George Grey, the son of Monkey Bones, and 10 lengths away Revenue Maker, the son of Revenue. 1,800 metres left to a trot as a get up into the back, and Barry by 2. San Diego Love with a lovely run in the trail. Jasinski third. They're followed then in fourth as a trot through the back straight as Regal Petite, then Katie Hall. They're followed Sir George Grey, and still back last Revenue Maker by some 10 lengths off the second to last horse. 1:30.9 was the lead time. Barry brings them off the back and again to sweep across the showgrounds, turn a length and a half. In the trail is San Diego Love, then Jasinski. Now Katie Hall's come away from the markers to sit parked. Regal Petite 4 back against the marker line. Sir George Grey and David Butcher hop into the 1-1, and 6 lengths Revenue Maker. They swing off the showgrounds turn and work down the lane, and they've got 1,200 metres left to go on the Midwinter Christmas at Alex Park Trot, and it's Barry in the opening quarter, 33.3. San Diego Love and the Iceman Tony Hurley in the trail, and sitting parked is Katie Hall and Zach Butcher. Jasinski and Luxin 3 back on the inside. Sir George Grey 1-1. Regal Petite away from the markers now to get onto the back of the grey for Philip Butcher, and Revenue Maker back last for Todd McFarlane. 900 to go, Stables Corner final time. And Barry about to increase the tempo. 1.5 lengths Katie Hall. Around San Diego Love, second quarter, 31.6 in the 1-1. Sir George Grey, then Regal Petite. Jasinski back on the inside. And 2 lengths Revenue Maker, the last of the 7 down the back. 600 metres left to go. And Barry's got them really working hard through the back straight here. By a length over Katie Hall. On the inside, San Diego Love. No excuses for the favourite. She's had a perfect run in transit. Sir George Grey 1-1. Jasinski, Regal Petite the next pair, and 3 lengths Revenue Maker. 28 and 8 the quarter down the back. Barry 3/4. Katie Hall won't go away, and Zach's about to ask him to come up alongside Barry as they swing. Then San Diego Love. Sir George Grey to the outside, homeward bound. Barry 1.25 lengths. Katie Hall, San Diego Love. Sir George Grey down the outside. Regal Petite's about to get to the outside. Barry, San Diego Love. Sir George Grey, Regal Petite and Katie Hall. Barry, John Dunn's got 3. Barry gets the win. Now it's very tight second. Sir George Grey or San Diego Love, and there's not much between that pair on the line. Then Regal Petite, Katie Hall and Jasinski, and Revenue Maker to be the last to greet Judge Graham McLennan tonight. 3:33.8 and home in 28.9. The night of John Dunn. This time for King Ken Barron. The son of Pegasus Spur will prove too strong. Good drive too, good front running drive, made it a good sprint home. It was a good tough sprint too. Very tight second here. Sir George Grey up the track and San Diego Love on the marker line. Very tight between that pair as they've hit the post. Maybe the Grey will just get second in front of San Diego Love, and Regal Petite over the top too late, and then came Katie Hall.
That's what we've just done. Official placings, race 8, Midwinter Christmas at Alex Park, a handicap trot. 163.742. 163.742. Horse 1 Barry trotted the 2,700 metres in 3:33.82 with a mile rate of 207.4. Last 800. 57.7, and the 400 28.9. The margin's been a half length, a nose, a head. 163.742. Race 8, Midwinter Christmas at Alex Park, handicap trot.
Judge Graham McLennan with the final call tonight, and it goes the way of Barry. He picks up his 8th victory tonight at start 62. So the fanfare plays out for Barry, picking up a performance incentive bonus tonight, his 3rd victory here at Alexandra Park. At his 8th appearance, John Dunn picks up a winning treble of drives tonight. Kenny Barron, the trainer of Barry for the Calibre Harness Racing Syndicate. A pick as a spur, 6-year-old bay gelding out of Sundell, and bred by PJ Witsey along with BR Gowan and Ari Ogg. Does it nicely in the last, beating out 6 Sir George Grey, Monkey Bones Grey, 4-year-old gelding out of Georgina. For Eamon S. Clegg, Derek Ball, the trainer at Pukekohe, David Butcher, and 3 San Diego Love for 3rd. I Love You, Bay, 5-year-old mare out of San Invasion, raced by EH along with R.C. Downey. Errol Downey trained at QMU, and Tony Hurley doing the driving. Totes in the last, we'll see number 1 Barry return $3.80 and $1. Make it $3.80 and $2 even. $3.80 and $2 even. 6 Sir George Grey at $4.30, $4.30. And 3 San Diego Love, no 3rd dividend. Quinella returns $15.30, $15.30. Trifecta $79.70, $79.70. And the first 4, $591.90, $591.90. 8 and 1 in the final double returns $4.90, $4.90 the John Dunn double. And the concession 8 and 6 at $4.80, $4.80 the John Dunn treble. 3, 8 and 1, $46.60, $46.60. And the final quaddie 7, 3, 8 and 1, $688.50, $688.50. Place 6 tonight, $365.20, $365.20 for place 6 tonight. Well, that wraps it up for our May the 1st meeting. We trust you've enjoyed your entertainment under the ribbon of light here at Alexandra Park. We look forward to seeing you again on Sunday. First tote race underway just after midday. There are 4 qualifiers to take place on Sunday too, with the first of the qualifying action at around 11:45. Till Sunday, Aaron White bidding you all a very good evening.